What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? YouTube, what's good? It's the JJ. I'm JJ, the Prince of Peace, and I'm gonna get on with this video as I start to rinse my mouth over my spit because I just ate a ho. So, and it was strawberry flavor. So you know what I'm saying. That was on point. Anyway, the video today is gonna be about okay, so are you in tune or not? Are you in tune or nah? Are you in tune with the earth? Are you in tune with the flow of nature? Are you in tune? And what does it mean to be in tune with the flow of nature, the flow of life in general? So I'm gonna get on with this. And who is in tune? Okay, not particularly people in general. Like say for instance like Bobby Hammond. I'm not gonna talk about him. He's already in tune. He's already on point. I'm talking about like people that like I'm gonna start off with okay. So what is a question of okay? So this is what it is. What is being in tune? What does being in tune mean? Being in tune with the flow of nature is basically the feeling of like this flow. It's a natural flow that is the primordial bio how you say it algorithm or bio algorithm or rhythm of nature with this subtle energy that flows and just it's like a wave, but it's like water, but it's just a natural flow. It's like you going with the flow of nature, and they like your mind, body, and spirit. Your mind, body, and spirit is in tune with like this natural flow that is like a rhythm, and this rhythm is in sync with everything that is nature, that is organic, that is natural, that is in harmony and balance with the earth, because the earth is actually a living organism, a living being, a living I'm not gonna say creature, but creatures on the organism, which like makes us its cells, makes earth, makes our I'm gonna say it like this. Earth is like a deity. She's a deity and she's a goddess. So you can look at it like Earth being aware of itself, having its own consciousness, its own mind, its own body, its own spirit, and having the awareness of itself and the organisms on it or in her. So basically, we're like the cells of the organism or the being, the body, the of Earth. Nah, I'm gonna not try to complicate this shit. I'm gonna just say it like real talk. So motherfuckers is not in tune, you're not gonna make it. Motherfuckers is in tune, gonna make it because Earth is gonna get ready to lift off. I'm gonna say it like this. Earth is going to ascend into a new vibratory frequency, and it's gonna make heaven on earth. It's gonna get there, and it's gonna jump into another dimension. I'm not gonna say literally jump, but it's gonna like shift. It's gonna shift just like it always been shifting, but this time it's gonna make a giant shift into a new dimension in 2026, and you'll be able to witness, because I'm prophesizing this shit right now. I'm prophesizing the shit out of this. You're gonna witness some mass inventions. I want to say a great invention is going to be taking place, and it's going to be a mass product of like inventions, and this big like this big I'm not gonna say construction. It's big idea, like this work that's going to be built, and it's something great, something grand is going to be built or made or invented, I'm going to say, when it hits 2025 through 2026. So you're going to see, like, because I got inspired and I got visions from spirit, and I know this shit because I'm clairvoyant, I'm intuitive, I'm empathic, I'm hypersensitive to energy, subtle energy, because I'm in tune with it. And when you're in tune with your natural flow of energy, with this bioalgorithm, I don't know how to fucking say it right, but you in tune with this energy, and you basically go with the flow, and you just go with the flow. I can't say nothing else than that, but you go with the flow. If you're out of flow, you're out of tune, you're out of sync, because you know it, because you feel like irritation and tension, and you just feel out of balance. You just feel out of sync with just your mind, and your mind is just irritated. You just feeling like, oh, what's going on? You feel like you're doing this, you're going back and forth, but really you're supposed to go straight forward. And it's this sync of your left and right hemisphere, your brain, which is unified, which is making this. Your third eye is your pineal gland is unified, left and right hemispheres of your brain, unifying the galactic male and galactic female of your mind, your brain, and you have a holistic type of mindset, or your mind is holistic, like I do. And you're not gay, you're not homosexual, you just who you are. I'm not gay. I'm not saying I am. I'm saying your left and right hemispheres. You have a left side of you have a feminine side of your being, and a right aspect of your being, which is masculine and feminine, and you unify those, and you make a one holistic being, which is I don't know how the fuck to say it. It's basically your higher self. You become your best self once you unify those parts of yourself. And this takes place in meditation. It takes place in the journey of self. It takes place in yoga. It takes place in mindfulness meditation. It takes place in techniques of things. And, you got to go through these processes of ascension when you're going through this stuff. So you're going to have to come in contact with that. So as far as like who is in tune, I'm going to say children, but they're not going to automatically make it, because they still have to go through their own human experience, because they have to grow up and learn what life is about and what this whole world is doing, and be their own best self and get accomplishments in that life, and like conquer the flesh and master the physical realm. They got to go through the whole process because they're babies, they're kids. So you got to basically focus on what you need to do in this life, what you want to do, what you like to do, what you desire, what you inspire, what you are inspired to do. And you want to create your own reality in that form and fashion. You want to learn and master how to create your own reality, because it's through this. It's through this in your mind. Basically the whole thing, basically your head. You gotta master yourself, man. I've done this shit. I found myself already. I know myself, and nobody can tell me shit. That's why I am who I am. I talk the way I talk, and I am me. I don't give a fuck, because I keep it real, because I already know the shit. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I already know what the fuck I know. I'm not saying I'm an old head. I'm not saying I'm too old for this shit. I'm not saying that I'm smart as hell, or I know everything. I'm not saying I'm a wise motherfucker. I don't need to be on earth. I'm saying I'm going to make the shit. I'm going to make the jump. I'm going to ascend. I already know it, because Spirit told me. I'm intuitive like a motherfucker. And I'm in tune with the earth frequency and vibration. And I'm in tune and in sync with the flow, the algorithm of the earth. So I already know I'm going to make the shit in 2026. I already made up the date. I made the date up. I didn't make it up, but I'm saying this is the date. The date is 2026. All right, 2026. 2020 is when Trump is going to be president fucking again. He's going to be president again, because motherfuckers just keep voting for the motherfucker. And then somebody else going to be president. And the next time, somebody else going to be president. And then the world's going to change in a little bit better, in a better fashion. So we're going to have to get this shit jump. Damn, I got to slow down. This shit got to jump start. So when you're going through this process of ascension, I'm looking at my time right now. When you're going through the process of ascension, you got to stay on point. And you got to always strive to do better for yourself, strive to be better, strive to go forward, to go farther. Because the ultimate thing to seek in this world is truth. And if you don't want to know the truth, you lost like a motherfucker. Because you ignorant. You ignorant, point blank. You ignorant, you slow, you stupid, you slow, you dumb, you deaf, you blind spiritually, mentally. You don't got no purpose being on this earth if you don't want to learn that, if you don't want to know the truth. That's what this whole earth experience is about. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Let me tell you something. I wrote this shit on Instagram. I put it on video. I said, would you, and okay, look, I'm coming from the bank, right? And I robbed the bank. And I gave you a bunch of money, a good sum of money, and I told you these 3 things. All right, I told you this. Would you steal from a bank with me if you knew what I knew? That's number 1. Number 2, what I know is that this realm is not real. The physical experience is a holographic simulation. Number 3, would you do it if if you knew this shit was fake? All right, would you steal from a bank even though you knew it was fake and all the shit is not real? It never existed. Would you still do it? I'm not saying getting caught up in that. I'm saying do it wisely, do it smart, because even though you know it's a fucking hologram, and you're already gonna make the fifth dimensional ascension, you can do what the fuck you want to do. That's how I feel. I rob motherfucking stores. I don't give a fuck, cause I know I'm gonna make a fifth dimensional transition, and nobody can keep me down here because I passed the barriers and limitations of the mind. I'm past the barriers of the mind control business with the government and all this motherfucking psychic attacks on these motherfuckers peoples, and I'm motherfucking like ascended to a higher frequency and a vibration where motherfuckers can't touch me, man. But the cracker got the power to mess up my finances and shit, cause I'm $3,000 in debt, and my motherfucking mom is just messing up my shit, and she fucking up. She fucking up real bad. She fucked me up. Now I'm trying to get this shit fixed by the end of this week, by the end of next week and shit, before the first and shit, man. And this shit fucked up because I shouldn't have to do this. It should have never happened. And that's what I'm saying. I've conquered all the rest of the attributes of life except for the financial part, because once I get that shit down, motherfucker, I'm gonna be unstoppable, motherfucker. I will make world peace on the deck, on point. I make that shit on the spot. I really am, because that's my whole. That's why I'm here too, on this earth, to make world peace. I'm gonna start it up, jump start it up. So when I leave, y'all gonna have world peace if y'all stay here. Or if it don't happen, motherfuckers gonna be still enslaved and be bullshitting and all bullshit like that. That's how it is. Life is life, but life goes on. And this world is an imprisonment. It's a hologram. It's not real. It's a simulation. And it never existed in the first place. The real shit is in the spiritual realm, where you came from, where you was gods and goddesses, and you came down from a higher level of consciousness and a god status, and you fucking materialized yourself here and created some shit that you wanted to experience for a human experience, like a spiritual being having a human experience, and you never die, or you're an eternal being and shit like that. It's all the shit that you're supposed to know here, and you're supposed to keep it in your heart. Your heart knows all the shit that you need to know and everything about life in the spiritual realm. All you got to do is go inside yourself and meditate. That's all you got to do is fucking Shangri-La and Nirvana type shit. But motherfuckers is too lazy. They get tired and say, "Oh, I'm 5 minutes in. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep." Motherfucker, keep trying. What you got to give up for? Never give up. Never. I never give up, man. That's where I'm at. That's how I'm where I'm at now. So if motherfuckers keep giving up, then we ain't gonna have no progress in this world. And we ain't gonna have no real niggas out here, no real women out here. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of fakes and a bunch of bullshit and people. That's why I got that song out right now. What's it called? I forgot. Oh, it's called No. Hold up, what's it called again? It's called No Favors. No Favors. I want to play it.
Something right now with my family, and they always bullshit me, so yeah, I gotta say this song, put it out there. No favors.
No favors.
No favors.
Now that shit stop. Motherfucking Wi-Fi is fucked up. Alright. Anyway, y'all, I'm signing out. What else I was gonna say? Who's gonna make the ascension process? Bobby Hammett, all the spiritual teachers, the people, the masses that are on that level, and the ones that are in tune with nature, the vibe, the flow, animals, animal spirits, all the animals are going to make it. All of nature is going to make it, of course, because it's her creation. We the ones that created nature for real. We the ones that created the other races on this earth, because black people are original, and we are the original gods and goddesses of this whole earth, this whole universe. All right. And when you look at the idea of a concept of God, because God is a touchy subject, when you start to talk to people in the community or whoever you talk to, it's a touchy subject because nobody really knows who God is. I know who God is because I'm God. That's who I know. I know myself. When you know yourself, you know you God. If you black. Now, and a goddess when you black. So no one knows who the fuck God is until you, because they don't know it because they can't see it with their fucking eyes. People say when you see something you believe it, but it's the other way around. When you believe something, you see it. It's the other way around. When you believe something is real, you see it. You see it and it manifests. That's how the fuck you use your mind to the best of your ability, because this shit right here is limitless. And what I'm saying and what I know is limitless. I have no limit upon what I think and how I think, because I'm on a ninth dimensional level of thinking. And when I ascend, I'm going to be in the fifth, sixth, and seventh dimension and going on to the eighth and ninth. And I'm going to be able to tap into different realms and go into. I'm going to basically be ahead of a lot of people, but Bobby Hemmett is going to be more ahead of me because he's on that level. But he's going to be like, we're going to be like sidekicks, kind of sort of like on a high level of thinking, on a higher dimension, like buddies when we go into transition to that realm. And Dr. Phil Valentine, they on that level, and all the spiritual teachers and the gurus and the masters and stuff. They're not gurus, motherfuckers, gurus, yogis, whatever. They ain't going nowhere. But the master teachers and everybody like that, we going somewhere. And we the ones that's going to make this shit happen. 2026, remember that. All right, the year of 2026. All right, grand inventions, great inventions, and mastermind buildings is going to take place. And it's going to be architecture, I think. And basically, it's going to be a big-ass project that's going to be done by the government and the masses, or some sort of what the fuck, some sort of community, or some type of collaboration with somebody that's gonna make this shit happen. And I'm getting tension right now because my time is running out. But this collaboration is gonna happen with some organization, and it's gonna take place in 2026. And you'll see the beginning of that when the thing starts to be built. You're gonna be like, okay, Jay said the Ascension process will transition, and everybody will transition to 2026. So that means I see this thing happening. Okay, this thing is being built, so that means it's getting closer. So that, that's the time when something like that. So it's probably gonna be bad for us. I think it's gonna be bad for us that intervention or some shit, that grand scheme that someone is gonna make in the future. But you just know how to talk. When you know how to talk, when you start speaking, like when you're in tune with the flow of nature, you start to speak the ways of the tongue, the truth. You start to speak the truth. You start to speak the divine word that is resonant with all aspects of life. You could communicate with birds, trees, animals, and everything like that. People that are in tune, you understand that it's on a higher level of light. And this way of speaking is like the flow. When you start to speak like this, you have no irritation in your mind, no tension, no headaches. Somebody talking to you, they're not yelling at you. They're just speaking in a soft tongue. They're speaking the truth. They're speaking it out to you and out to existence, out to the universe, because the shit's gonna happen. And I already know when you start to speak the ways of God, when you start to speak the word of God, the shit that you say is already gonna happen. Because it's already in the flow of nature, and you can't distort the flow of nature unless you manipulate it with its own technology. Like reverse engineer, like HARP or some CERN type shit, creating black holes and shit, and manipulating the weather and shit, creating artificial storms and hurricanes and tornadoes and shit. Like, think, motherfuckers is doing that. Government is doing that shit. So look out, man. That's the shit I know, and even much more than that, because I research and I study, and I go inside of myself and get information. More information comes from the inner me. But the research comes from the websites, the online searching, and the Google, sometimes YouTube. Most of the time YouTube, because the teachers on YouTube is putting the information out there, because it is the information age, and motherfuckers is gonna start sending the shit. So get ready for that. The first wave is gonna be, I'm gonna be in the first wave. The second wave, y'all better not miss the second wave. If you do miss it, you're gonna be trapped here. I don't feel sorry for you. I really don't, because I'm tired of the bullshit that life gives me. And I want to transcend to the next realm. So, peace, light, love. Your boys out signing off. One love. And thank y'all for watching. I'm gone. Out, boy. I'm gone. Kicking the bobo with y'all. Oh, fuck it. Say nah, I'm out though. Signing off.